Well, hello, sports fans. It is time for Midfield Madness once again. It is myself, Mike Molesky. This is my stream, and Midfield Madness usually, and well, let's get the other part of the excitement started first. This is season 7 of eSeniors, and we are at a brand new series, the Spec series, which is going to be on the track of the week with a single car everyone has to race with. Today we are at Silverstone and race number 1 in the series, and it is the Aston Martin V8 that everybody is going to be driving today. So yeah, welcome to season 7. Welcome auto sports fans. Welcome eSeniors fans. Welcome you old farts that just like watching this. And let's just get on to it here. Let's do a track walk for the first time. I'm not going to do, I don't do qualifying, and it's not really going to be a midfield madness in this case. It's going to be basically the whole race that I can try and cover. I don't think it was streamed today. So in pole position, oh, this is an open race, by the way. So this is all groups, any all takers. Nice turnout. It was nip and tuck for a while people signing up, but we have 18 racers today, so that's great. Most of them are old hats at eSenior. So anyway, let's go. In pole position, John Saunders. Next we have Merch. Next we have Mr. Bizak, Roman Mark, Bruce Hopkins. May get a few names wrong. Or Beej Chubb. I'm not sure what his first name is. I've forgotten there. Laszlo Nemeth, Aaron Shannon, Danny Britos. Terry Throwbridge, Jeremy in the B, red and or yellow and black. Make sure I got the right guy. Yeah, Jeremy. Next is Mr. Zimmer, Brian Banks back again, Eric Langlois, Kevin Torrance. There's me, Mike Bolesky, and Mr. Souza in number 1 and number 30, and last but not least, Mr. Gallagher. So let's just get out of that now. Let's see if I can get out of this easily. Driver view. Let's find the overhead view. I don't think that's a very good view here. There, that's a very good view. So let's get started here. Like I said, I'm not just going to do midfield madness. Those of you who don't know, midfield madness is usually concentrates on the back end of the grid when it is streamed live. Usually you just go for the front end and all different races, but often it's the front of the pack, and I do the back of the pack because that's just as exciting. So you usually get 2 streams per league race. So let's just get going here. Let's see if we're actually moving yet. Not yet. Oh, there we go. So here we go to the start-finish line, and I will try and catch all the action today. It's a little bit tough on the replay mode. There's a replay. There's a green light, green light, green light. Let's see what happens at the top of the pack and if any changes. And everything's pretty clean there. Pretty clean there. Pretty clean there. And there's the back of the pack. Everything's nice and clean. Ooh, there's a little bit of action there at the tail end. Bump, bump, bump. That's trading paint. Whoa, something happened there. Ooh, hold on. Let's stop that for a second and just back up a little bit and watch that action. So we are with Eric at this point. Ooh, a little bit not fast far enough. Let's go there. See what happens. There's a little bit of trading paint there. Whoops, a little bit of a bump, and that was Langlois or Torrance. Let's just see who that is. Yeah, that is actually Langlois, who we were watching, who got affected mostly by that. Anyway, let's go back to the front here. See what's happening. Oh, some pretty cool action. Everybody's pretty close. So yeah, so this is a single car. Everybody gets to make their own, do their own makeup. But let's just look from here. I'll see how my volumes are. Volumes are pretty good. And everybody gets to do their own setups. I'm just gonna try and find something here on my screen. Okay, that's good. Yeah, their own setups. Oh, did I miss something here? Did we move a person behind? We had a change here while I was watching. Anyway, let's watch that. Let's just let the field string out a little bit here before we get too excited about stuff. And we're working with Mr. Chubb here. I don't know Mr. Chubb's first name. And unfortunately, it's pretty hard to catch. Let's go on with merch here. It's pretty hard to catch incidents with this replay mode because it doesn't really show. This is a nice view of this whole straightaway. You can see how people are strung out. So first and second are pretty close together at this point. Yeah, the other thing you'll notice is that the HUD only updates for the different sections, so you won't see live timing there. I'll just go back down the field a little bit. There's Mr. Chubb. There's Danny. Let's see if I can find a better view. There's a better view. Who is that behind? There's Jeremy, and I don't like that view. There's a nice view. Nice view of the straight. Go a little bit further back. There's the back of the pack. Oh, there's me coming around the corner. Somehow, I'm going to mention this now. I took a spin, and somehow I ended up with like a lap, 2 laps down with one small little spin. So I don't know if the system did me a bad service there, but I did not think I was not lapped by the guys at front, and yet it showed me a lap behind quite a bit. So I don't know what the heck happened here on today on the system. Let's go back to the front. I don't like these views here today. Driver view. As you guys all know, I just love the driver view. So yeah, pretty good job here up front with Mr. Bizak. What the heck is his first name again? And John Saunders. He is right up there with John, hanging in there. So we are on lap 2. These cars with the new model. Oh, lots of controversy on the new tire models, actually, of course. So we have to mention that naturally. And we got a new tire model as of yesterday, hopefully to fix some of the graining. And just bear with me for a second here. I want to find a better view. There we are. And sparks all over the place here. Yeah, so the new tire model as of yesterday, hopefully things, it seemed like it was a bit better. So yeah, this is a hell of a race up front here on the podium. Now, of course, Aston Martin, there's a few guys in this race today who are racing Aston Martin normally, so you would think that they would have the advantage here. And lots of Aston Martin drivers, but that's not going to be the case for the rest of the season. Once we get to some other different cars that nobody races with, things should be a little bit more interesting. Let's go down the field a little bit to see some other action for everybody. Mr. Zimmer, he is right up against Jeremy here. Silverstone, classic track. Everybody's raced it with the F1 game, I'm sure. It's a real hummer of F1. You just fly all over these corners. It's now with Brian. Brian's a little bit behind here. Zimmer just passes there. Jeremy's he going to make it stick? Let's watch it. Let's just watch that. There's Jeremy here. Yes, he's going to make it stick. So there's one pass we got. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. Kevin Torrance. So Kevin, and see, look, see the system showing me down 2 laps now. There's no way I dropped down 2 laps. Anyway, these guys were actually behind me. See, I'm actually ahead of these guys. That's me in the horizon. And these guys were behind me the whole time. Even though I did one spin, they never passed me. So I don't know what the hell happened there, but it's no big deal. I was at the back of the pack. I had some technical issues early on, just before the race. So yeah, I just had a hard time. Qualifying, and I also Aston Martin's not my favorite car. Never really practiced it that much. It's just Mr. Britos is up on Jeremy now. Let's follow that one a little bit. And I know Kevin and Eric Langlois are going to battle it out all race because they were just ahead of me or just behind me the whole race. What I thought was on the same lap. So there's some confusion there once if I look here at Eric. That's me up ahead. Sooner or later he catches up with me. And I didn't let him pass because I thought I was on the same lap. This one, let's just take a quick pick here, quick look up at the podium. Oh, look at this. Let's follow. Oh, what the hell is Mr. Bizak's first name? Here he goes. Looks like he's going to make it. See if he makes it stick. I don't have the same control of the camera as I do in the live mode. I can't sneak over to the helicopter view that easily. This is a great little battle here. Let's go back to Britos. Oh, something happened to Britos. Let's go back and look. He took this corner a little quick, slid, four-wheel drift, and then that's put him a little bit behind the 8-ball. But Jeremy is not letting Mr. Zimmer. Oh, this is Mr. Zimmer. What happened to? Who was ahead of? It was not Zimmer that was ahead of Jeremy earlier, was it? Well, maybe it was. But anyway, Jeremy's not letting him get away. Back here, Eric and Kevin Torrance are still at it. Let's go into the cockpit here. Playing around my buttons for a second here. Let's try and find a good TV view. There's the helicopter view. There's a good TV view. This is always a nice one. So let's go back to the front here because these three guys are still at it, aren't they? Look at that. And not so far behind here. Mr. Roman Mark is not that far behind, and as these two. Nice livery there, nice red color. It looks like a Mazda red. I call that cherry apple red. Actually, we're spreading out quite a bit, aren't we? Let's give myself a little air time here. Do the guys get ahead of me this time? Who is that ahead of me? That's Eric. And where is Torrance? See, it shows me now as the position one, the car behind, so I don't know where Torrance went, but anyway, like I said, the game got screwed up for me. Anyway, I don't want to, whoa, there's some good action there. There was a lot of people on that corner. I noticed a couple of people, Kevin, and if you just take that corner a little too much of the curbs at the right time, you can take it sometimes going straight, but it'll unsettle your car and just drifting sideways. I'm sure everybody agrees that the new tire model, the one thing it does have is that you can get your car turned around pretty quick. It's nice. Whoa, there's some little bit of dust pulled up there. Yeah, you can turn your car, your slide angle is a lot easier to enable. There's a good example right there with, oh God, Mr. Bizak. And let's go in his cockpit. See that nice sliding that happens now? Obviously a little bit tougher on the tires, but it certainly makes going around corners a lot easier, a lot easier to get some speed going there. Looks like Throwbridge is on Aaron here. He took that curb nicely. You notice the other thing that this new tire model, or the new release, not the tire model, but the suspension model. Most of the cars are taking curves a lot better, I find, anyway. Here we go. Look at that slide angle on Aaron. Ooh, a little bit too much slide. Let's see if he is going to make a pass here. He's very close, very close. He fell behind a little bit there. Yeah, he just, Aaron just took off there. Oh, there was a change in position there. What did I miss? I just saw it change. Row bridge? No. Oh, let's go back here. Let's watch what happened there. Danny tried to pause it. Go to the high camera. Danny tried to undercut Jeremy here at this point. Let's go in the driver here. He comes along. Back 5 seconds. I thought I saw. Must be in this corner. Did not go back far enough. There's a little bit of action. Did we miss that action? Let's go back again. There. There it is. Go back here. Coming into this sharp left-hander. Danny brakes late. Oh, he almost ran into Jeremy's back end. Jeremy will be happy he did not hit him, but that's fine. Then he caught back up, but he's a little bit out of sorts here, so Jeremy actually has a better exit on this corner. He gets going here. Let's go to the podium again. Everybody's cutting these corners nicely. Yeah, it's certainly these cars are able to, look at that, those mini sausages there. Doesn't even make a ripple in this Aston Martin. So I don't know of any cars now that are that sensitive on the curbs. If you don't hit them straight, maybe you might boost your back end. But on the weekend, I guess we'll hear from the experts like Jonathan what do you think it is. Although Jonathan, I don't know if I haven't seen him on the track. I don't know if he's practiced with the new tire model. I know Don Queen is very upset over the tire model. Hasn't been practicing much. He's waiting for the update. So I'm sure we'll see him on the weekend, but haven't seen him on track very much. Let's see what else is happening here. Oh, Laszlo. There's another little grouping we haven't been watching. Laszlo, Bruce Hopkins, and Rowan Mark. Oh, that's a good one. This is a good little battle. I love Mr. Hopkins' livery there with the metallic paint, lots of different colors. Nice job. It's a very close grouping. Probably the closest one we've got on track right now. Danny's looks like he's still up Jeremy's butt. So yeah, this series is going to be very interesting. Everybody's got the same cars. Not a lot of time is going to be spent on the setups, I don't think, because you've got your own GT3 cars, your Porsche Cup cars to fool around with. So, and this car is going to change. The car is going to change every week. So I thought Jeremy had this idea, or I think it was Jeremy or Don had this idea to spice it up, since nobody really signs up for GT4s in this group. So we thought, what else could we do? This was a suggestion. And how are we doing up at the podium? Things have spread out a little bit there. How's Danny doing on Jeremy and Mr. Zimmer? Both of them, things have spread out a little bit there. How are Longoa and Torrance doing? Oh, I don't see anybody around Torrance. Where is Mr. Souza? Is he by himself? Let's go to the... No, Mr. Souza has got... I think that's Kevin Torrance right behind him, yep. Where is Eric? Eric is behind him by quite a bit. So Eric had a problem somewhere. Let's see him coming. Oh, that's me behind those two guys. Just a little flash of my aquamarine. Let's just follow Kevin for a bit, because he's got some pace. He may catch up to Manuel. Hope the volumes are okay. We'll look at one thing at a time. Is he catching up? Yeah, I think he is. Let's go to driver view here. Yeah, he's still got a bit of a gap. Let's go back to this one here. Let's watch it from this point of view for a bit. Here it comes. That's such a long lens, eh? They look very close together. It's spread out a little bit too. How about the podium? These two look close on the long lens. Let's see how close they look once they get together. I don't know how this race turned out. I'm reviewing it live with everybody else. So, and Danny Britos is really up, back catching up with Jeremy again. Not a lot of overtaking action happening here. Torrance on the Souza. Am I catching up to anybody, or is anybody catching up to me? Nope. Let's go here, Torrance. Oh, there we go. Manuel had a bit of a problem. Gonna try and catch up on this corner. It doesn't usually happen. So yeah, well, we did catch a pass. Look at that. Kevin. Oh, Kevin's going into the pits. Okay. What do we got for time here? I never looked. Take a look here. We are at 19 minutes. So Kevin must have had some tire issues or something. That's a pretty early. Pit stop. So yeah, pit stops are going to be fun. Pit stops are always a lot of fun in this review mode. Don't know what's going on for a long time. Can't tell where the pit stops are taking place. It doesn't show in the. Woo! Woo! Isaac's having a great catching up big time on Saunders. Now, as we all know, tires wear is a factor now. So we've been at this for 10 laps now and 20 minutes. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of slipping and sliding going on for those guys that are driving their cars hard. Let's see how we're doing over here with Laszlo. Shove. Laszlo is about the same gap as he was. But yeah, there's going to be some tire excitement this season. I know they fixed some of the graining, they say, in the last little release, because it was pretty nasty there for the first week of that 1.9 release. But just the day into it here, looks like they've solved a little bit of the problem. We'll see if oh, Danny boy, oh my God, this just went, just overcooked it, oversteering there. Sorry about that. He probably is going to just dip into the pits there because he's right at pit lane entrance. So I was going a little wide there, so yeah, some tire wear coming up here. And so so it's going to be interesting to see how it all transpires through the week. I just looked like I got another update just 5 or 6 minutes ago. So I wonder if there's another adjustment being made. But talk about a lot of controversy over that physics change. Gotta admit that the suspension changes seem pretty good. Happy with that. I'm happy with that. I don't know how everybody else feels. Whoa! Laszlo took a little corner there. I don't know how the track. I'm not sure where the track cuts are on this one. When in the GT3 race, practice race on Wednesday, I got 2 track cuts. I have no idea where they were, and didn't get any after that. Even though I did a whole bunch of weird things. Let me find a camera here. Let's just go through everybody and look at their liveries. Here's Mr. Saunders in first place, followed by Branko. That's who it is. First name Branko Bizak. Merche, Paunaf, Roman Mark in 4th. Bruce Hopkins, let's get a look at his nice little livery, nice colors. In 5th, nice little job here. Laszlo Nemeth in his usual orange. I'm not sure what Mr. Chubb's first name is. Aaron Shannon in his usual red livery, followed closely by Mr. Throwbridge. We'll take a quick peek at that one when I get back. Mr. Zimmer, I don't recognize the name very much. He's telling me he's been around quite a bit. There's Jeremy in his Bumblebee outfit. Brian Banks has been by himself the whole time, just cruising along. Danny Britos might have given up, or he's got lots of damage there. Eric Langlois. Manuel is in the pits right now. Kevin Torrance. Myself, Mr. Molesky with my usual colors. And Mr. Gallagher, I'm not sure what his first name is, in purple. So where was I? Who was that was real? Throwbridge. Did he pass? Did he pass? He was with somebody really close. He was right on Mr. Shannon's tail there. So I don't know if he fell back a little bit or Shannon picked up the pace. All right, so we're going to start getting some pit stops here. Let's go back to, looks like Saunders. These three guys are running into some traffic. That is Mr. Gallagher there. Let's see if he does a good job of getting out of the way. Hang on, watch out there, watch out, watch out, watch out. Yeah, now he's got it out of the way. So there is our podium right there. Nope, not our podium. That is Saunders is way out here. Saunders has got a bit of a lead now. Let's take a look at. Let's see what it looks like when we get a change in camera view. Nice black back, matte black. Oh, he's got a quite a good lead. John's got a great lead now. Mr. Chubb, where have we got a battle at all here going? And Jeremy is not that far away from Ron Zimmer. Mr. Zimmer, I should say Ron. I know him, Ron Zimmer, so that's probably why I said that. Sooner or later, I might find there's somebody going into the pits. Who is that? Somebody ahead, Terry? There's a few people in the pits. At the moment, I'm gonna let that all shake out. These three are quite close together. Let's make sure we got the right three. Roman? No, we don't have the right three. That is, who is that ahead? Our ahead is, that is Kevin Torrance. He's a lap down. And ahead of him, that is Roman Mark. So, oh yeah, that's Torrance. That's Chubb. Oh boy, they're all over the place now. So yeah, I think Mr. Bezak's in the pits. Let's go back to the actual race here. There's Hopkins. And that ahead of him is for position. That is Mr. Mark. And the guy ahead of him, I believe, is a back marker. Yes, it is. Lucky you let him go by in a nice fashion. Very nice. Let's see if he does it again. That is Mr. Gallagher. And he's got to let him go by at some point right here. There we go. So no harm done with that little battle between Hopkins and Mark. Okay, so what else do we got here? Jeremy and Zimmer. Neither of these have pitted, I believe. Let's make sure that is Zimmer. Yes, it is. This is probably the battle of the du jour right now, because there's been a lot of changes with pit stops. So let's see how Jeremy's a pretty smooth driver, and Mr. Zimmer has worked his tires a little bit more. Jeremy's not sliding very much at all. And there goes Zimmer. Oh, they're both going into the pits at the same time. Look at that. Jeremy was either going in already, but Zimmer took a quite late entry there. So I don't know if he was trying to fake Jeremy out. And Mr. Mark is also in the pits. Mr. Brian Banks is in the pits. I can say everybody's going to be in the pits for a while, very soon. Where are Saunders? Saunders is in the pits. So our leader is in the pits, which means Murch often stays out late. Excuse me. Murch often stays out late, so yeah, he's going to take advantage of it now. Let's see how Murch does on the overcut. All right, so these we're going to have all sorts of changes in position here. Let's just take a look down field here then. Take a look at me. Who am I chasing down here? I am chasing down Mr. Shannon. So you see, Shannon shows in 4th place. He might have. Again, I don't know where my positioning is. Danny's back on track. Good for him. Let's just go all the way through the field here. Here's Mr. Gallagher, Chubb. I'm just going now on field position. So these two guys here are in position. So let's just follow them. Let's see who is ahead of. That's Kevin Torrance ahead of him. And that's the drop. So just Chubb's in third place, and the guy up ahead in blue is in second place at the moment. I don't think these guys have pitted, so it's a positional one. Now, as I say that, there goes Chubb into the pits. So we got Hopkins, I believe, and Merche are the only two that I can think of in the top here who have not pitted. And let's just take a look and see if we can find some battle for position here. This is Laszlo and Roman. So that's a battle for position. Zimmer on a Robust is a battle for position, I am sure. Oh, that's somebody in between them there. Who's that? That's Throwbridge. So he just passed, Throwbridge must have just passed Zimmer. And he, ooh! Oh, that's Brian. Brian had a little bit of a problem there. And that's Brian ahead. That's Jeremy. Okay, so where are we here? This is Zimmer, and Throwbridge is in between. So this is a battle for position for 11th, 10th, and 12th. So the next here should update right here. There it goes. There it goes. So this is a definite battle here. Now, is Mr. Saunders out of the pits yet? Just a quick jump here. There's Saunders. He is out of the pits. Let's go back to this one now. Whoop. Zimmer. Woo! Right up, right up. Let's just back up a little bit here. Let's back up a little bit here and see how we got to this point. And let's see if I can get a better view here. That's Zimmer coming up on Throwbridge. Oh, Throwbridge. Terry took a little bit of a weird line there. And Zimmer coming up behind him. They're side by side. There's some side by side racing now. Zimmer's got the inside line coming down the stretch. Look at that. Nice racing. Let's see how they're going to make it happen. Zimmer's still got the inside. Still side by side. No touching. They pushed him a little bit wide. Still side by side. This is great racing. And look at that. Terry stuck it out. He stuck it out. There was some nail biting there. Nice job, good guys. Nice job. Nice job. Glad I caught that. And the guy who gained on all that is Mr. Arabas. Picked up a little bit of time there because of that battle. Okay, so where are we now? I don't think we have not had... Merche is just going into the pits now. So let's see if that undercut worked. Hopkins is in the pits. Shannon is just coming out of the pits. So Saunders should be, let's just see where Merche comes out. He was trying the overcut. And I'll keep an eye on Saunders. Let's take a quick peek at our little race here. That's good. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. So Merche, let's just make sure we can catch Merche coming out. And let's see if I can find there's the overview cam. And is that Merche moving now? Yes, it is. And that was Saunders going by him. So that did not work. Ooh, Saunders went wide there. So Merche did not get super far ahead. Who's that ahead of him? That is Branco. So way up in the distance there is Saunders. So we've got Saunders, Merche. Who is in second? Did Hopkins pit yet? He's showing third. Yeah, Merche just jumped ahead of them. So is Hopkins? Why did that happen? Hopkins was in the pits too, wasn't he? Yeah, so Hopkins was in the pits. So yeah, we've got the same four, I believe, that we had before. Or was Hopkins in second? I'm not 66 years old. I'm not going to remember that stuff that well. That was minutes ago. Anyway, so let's go back here to this. This is the battle of the minute. It looks like Throwbridge got ahead of Jeremy. Ooh. No, not sorry. Who? I think they're coming up with traffic here. This is the same order we had for a while ago. Let's just take a quick peek here. That is ahead of Jeremy. That is Danny Britos. So these are back markers. I think that's Shannon ahead of Britos. Now Britos is got pace, so he is not going to. These guys aren't going to catch him that easily. Go behind here. Oh, that's he's dropped. It's like Zimmer's dropped back a little bit. So yeah, he's going to catch up that fast to Jeremy's not going to catch up that well to Danny Britos, I don't think. All right, so Merche and Branko are not that far apart. A second, let's just go down the list here. There is Bruce Hopkins. Can he see the leaders? No, he's 13 seconds behind. But Mr. Mark can definitely see, make sure, Mr. Hopkins, so that's going to be a bit of a battle. And Laszlo can see Roman. Chubb's a bit farther behind. You can see they can see him. Shannon's a lap down, it looks like, supposedly. No, that's not a lap down. He's not a lap down. That was just going over the start-finish line. Shows that. Brian Banks, I'm going to see where he fit into the gaps here in a second. How Aston Martin takes that corner. Well, those are sausages are very high there. They're just paint marks. They don't seem to affect the cars too much. Okay, so Brian's 12 seconds behind. Evan Torrance is quite a bit further back. I don't think he can see Brian. Nope. Eric is coming up to recognize the livery. That's Mr. Gallagher. He's passing him. Manuel is quite far back. And I'm quite far back there too. See if I can see Manuel, because I think I'd catch up with him at some point. Nope, not so far. It's Mr. Gallagher, and there's Mr. Britos. He's way up there with, that's Aaron above there. So let's go back to our little battle here, which is Zimmer, Trowbridge, and Jeremy, and this sun is heating up. Trowbridge. Let's go back to some better views here. Nice lineup. Let's see if Terry lines Jeremy up. We'll get ready to sneak into cockpit mode. They're very close. Let's see the cockpit mode now. He had to lay off a little bit there. Got a little bit too close on that corner. Let's see if Jeremy looks like he got a great exit. And let's see if he can catch up at this point. This next corner. Nice long, fast corners in at Silverstone, isn't it? Great for GT3 racing. I was actually using my CDA setup pretty much without any modification. I believe I changed a little bit of the toe in the cameras as everybody is saying we should do. What's happening up ahead there? Who are those people? Who are those people? I guess this is that's Manuel just letting people by. Zimmer was caught up on Trowbridge because he has been battling with Jeremy. This is not a great place to lap somebody, but there you go. That's all right. Manuel did okay there. A little bit scary for the driver passing. This is definitely going to be the battle of the race here, I think, because these two up ahead are not in battling for position, although they're probably not going to give up on each other. That's Britos and Shannon. Anybody else close? Roman Mark is not that far behind Bruce Hopkins. And how many laps have we got left? We got a good 5, about 8 laps to go. And the tires is going to start having an effect a little bit, I think. So let's see here. Let's go to a helicopter view for a while. You know what I might try is chase view, because the chase view, and I hate it, it's not a real camera view, but it might show us some interesting sliding that's going on. Let's just see how drifting is working here. I normally drive the BMW and it's pretty solid on its feet normally, but with the new release it's a lot easier to get that BMW's back end turned around. So, and I've never ever had a drift, four-wheel drift on some of these corners, and now with this new tire model it does. And those of you who watched Aris's video, instructional video on the changes. Let's just go ahead here to watch Danny on Mr. Shannon. I believe it's Shannon, yeah. These two are kind of racing. They're not even racing for position, but they, oh no! Danny just got a drive-through. He got a drive-through probably for track cuts. Well, so much for that. But yes, Aris was mentioning how your tire pressure is now modifying them a little. Will change the contact point and allow you to drift a little bit more and get that back end pointed in the right direction a lot easier, just with a little tap of the acceleration on some controlled oversteer. There's a little, see that little skid that Terry had there? That's new in this model, tire model, I think. Let's go ahead here and watch it again. He's pushing his car pretty hard. Let's see if we can see some of that skid in some of these sharper corners. Looking up at the podium there, looks like John's got a 4-second lead, and Murch is trying to make a, see there's a little skid there. Let's see here again. Yeah, I don't think he's pushing as hard right now. A little bit of wobbles. Somebody just went into this. That's Danny Brito serving his drive-through there. These guys are spread out a little bit. Let's see if we can find something else to watch. How's Murch doing here? Let's get out of this view. Excuse me. I've Murch had a little wobbler too. I've had COVID for the last 3 days. Had a wedding to go to, and Roman Mark is also catching up to Bruce Hopkins a little bit. Let's take a peek at what it looks like from his point of view. Yeah, I had a wedding on Vancouver Island, just for everybody to know, and came back with COVID. So I was stuck for a couple of days in bed. Nothing too serious, but it felt like a nasty cold, and I got out of it within a couple of days, and now I'm just feeling a little bit of the after effects. My nose plugged up a little bit, so you probably hear that on the stream. This is the battle for sure here for 4th and 5th. Excuse me. Nice little battle. I love that livery. That red livery is nice. Red and black. Don't suppose we'll see some too many fancy liveries for everybody in this series, because I'm not going to make liveries for all our cars. Hopefully we'll stick with the same color schemes. Oh, looks like Bruce went wide there. And Roman is going to take a little bit of a bite out of him, possibly. A little bit of a skid. And Terry is catching up with Jeremy also. Zimmer, Trowbridge, they're quite close together, but this one is pretty juicy right here for position. And Murche is taking a second out of Bizak too. So we got all of a sudden, with 4 or 5 laps to go, we got a few races going on here. I think this is going to be a fun series, because there'll be some people who are not familiar with the cars, and so that should that should make for some interesting racing. Guys like John Saunders, who could probably beat us all in a lawnmower, riding a lawnmower, is not going to have trouble. Guys like Jonathan Wood, not racing, but he can drive anything also. Murche still hanging in there. See, when they get close, like guys get close like this, get a little more aggressive. You can taste it. They can taste that pass. A little bit of a wide there for Barco. Sure hope I got his first name right. Look that up later. And Roman putting the pressure on big time. And how are we doing over here? Zimmer, let's make sure. Oh, Zimmer's right up on Throwbridge now too. So we've got 3 very close races. I'm gonna zip through all of them here, see if I can find a pass. That one's pretty close. This one's even closer. Oh, now we got something going. Now we got something going. Let's see if Merche can. He's right behind him. He should get some draft here. There, he's pulling out. Are they side by side? Not really. Gotta be careful. Don't get too much momentum going in the wrong place, and they'll touch each other's back end. But this is gonna be nice. Look at that. He's just drafting him. Look at that. Right straight behind. That's like NASCAR racing there at the drifting. Oh, he lost a little bit there, Merche. So he fell back a little bit. Let's jump over to Roman. He fell back a little bit. Let's try Throwbridge, or Zimmer on Throwbridge. Jeremy going to take advantage of this by pulling ahead. These guys are going to be battling each other. Oh, there. Looks like Zimmer got a little bit of a bad exit. And Roman's falling behind a little bit. But Merche is still up that trunk. Bizak's trunk. See if he gets a good exit. Wish I had live timing here so I could catch it. Look at it. I love this. This view shows you the speed that we're going. They're probably going 250, 260 at that point. I'm not going. Looks like I'm almost going fast speed here. It's so cool. Oh. There we go. He's side by side again. Trying to go the outside. Do the outside inside. Nope. He's trying very hard, Merche. Here comes a corner. You can take some. You have a little bit late braking. This is one corner. You can take a little bit of a late break. Get some advantage. This is what Merche's going to try. And then now this corner is tough in terms of everybody's got a little bit different approach to it. And you can cheat a little bit coming out of there. A little tough there when you're so close. I think Merche had to lift off a little bit so he didn't hit him. Okay, that's that one. Now Roman on Hopkins. He is doing a great job too. Oh, looks like Hopkins got a better exit. And where are we with Zimmer? Look at this, 3 great battles. What a great first race in this Spec series. Just beautiful. Oh, looks like some drafting going on here between Zimmer. And this is another corner where you can take a late break. Oh, we got it side by side. Zimmer's got the inside line. And that's gonna make it stick. Yes, he is. Oh, yes. Throwbridge went really wide. Nice pass. Very nice pass. Let's see if it's gonna make it stick. And this. Oh, Throwbridge is coming back hard, which you normally do. Don't touch, you guys. Very close. You lost that position so often. You come back really hard. Look at this side-by-side action. Looking inside, looking outside. Oh, Terry went wide. My wife's going to be listening to me yelling here. I'm getting into a dawn approach. Look at this. Look at this. Whoa, that's not momentum. Look at this action. And I'm missing some stuff up at the front here with Ponov. Oh, Ponov's past Bizak. Okay, we're going to stop here. We're going to go back and see what when this happened. Oh, well, they had for a while here. This is where it happened right here. Go back a little bit more to a different view. Maybe a wide view. Let's see what happened here. We'll go back to that other action. One advantage of doing this is the replay, you can go back. So Merche is the red car. Just comes right up to his tail. Oh, and it took a little wide. Oh, what happened there? Boy, just like he was standing still. Looks like Bizak had a problem. Now he comes back. Just like I said, once you lose the position, you come back aggressively in the next few corners. But then Merche, we know, stays ahead. Now let's go back. We're back in time here. And we're going to watch Throwbridge and Zimmer. And we've probably seen some of that. Oh, look at Aaron up ahead. Just took a wide hit that grass. And he is gone all over the place. Was it Aaron that took the header last on the GT3 race by touching the grass? He loves Gotta stay out of that grass, Aaron. Okay, and we'll stick with this one because we know something happens here too. And we went back in time a little bit. We might have seen some of this before. But great action, great action. Just Jeremy's just up ahead there, just biding his own time and staying out of all this fracas. Although it looks like he's catching up there, but this is where Throwbridge catches up with Zimmer. A little bit of a, and now he's going to go in. This is where it happens. So Throwbridge takes a peek there. Got the inside line. Falls back a little bit. Oh boy, the camera angle doesn't change very quick. There it is there now. Look at these three cars. What a great, like I said, again, great action. Just great action for a first race. Jeremy is going to be thrilled with this new series. And I'm hoping a few people, oh, Terry just took a little bit of a wiggle there. So lost a bit of time. But it looks like Zimmer caught up to Jeremy. We only have 2 laps to go. Now, Branko, he's not doing, not making up too much time. And Roman Martin and Bruce Hopkins are close, but not that close. This is probably the closest one. Oh, this is where we, oh no, this is not good. This is not good. Okay, let's go back to see what happened here. Now, we know Zimmer passed Throwbridge earlier. And what view will we take? Let's take this view. And let's just see how this all transpires. Now everybody knows there's only a couple of laps left. So they're pushing pretty hard. So Terry catches up here. Oh, Zimmer takes a little bit of a tail end wobbler. So Terry sees his opening. Oh, and he did not have that much of an angle there. Anyway, I'm not going to comment too much. I don't like commenting live on things that happen. Oh, look at the zoo ride he takes. And he's getting a drive-through, so that was probably his last track cut. Oh, that is terrible news for Terry. That one track cut cost him a drive-through. Anyway, I'll let the stewards, if that gets reported, work on that one. So now it looks like the only battle we have going is, let's see here, is this one. There's Franco up ahead. That's him up ahead. I'm going to take a quick rundown here while I can of the whole board, leaderboard. Let me find a good view. There we go. There's John Saunders in the lead, 9 seconds on Murche in the Marlboro car. Branko's not that far behind, but he's losing a little bit of ground. Here's Bruce Hopkins, followed by Roman Mark. Laszlo's just on his own here. But he's getting a little bit of a battle here between him and Chubb, so we'll have to watch that one also. Here's Jeremy. He's by himself now, as Zimmer has fallen behind. Terry's got to drive through to serve. This is Mr. Shannon. He's coming up to a few people. I think that's Throwbridge there. There's Brian Banks. Has just been very quiet. Been on his own, sticking there in 12th place. This is Kevin Torrance, Eric Langlois, Manuel Souza. There's me. I'm letting a few front runners go by me. Daniel Bruto stuck in there. Go Danny for sticking in there and getting a few points. And Mr. Gallagher, nice to see you here, and glad to see you for the whole race. So let's go back here and see where the battles are for the last little, let's see here, lap and a half. There's one battle. I believe that is for position. Let's see who we are. Roman, and that is Hopkins. So this one is for position. And where are we? Oh, this is Shannon Throwbridge. Let's see if these are... Oh, we have a little battle here for 11th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. A little Throwbridge in the middle here has a drive-through, so he's out of the picture. Is he going to take it before Woo! There's a skid. There's a fun skid by Shannon. Woo-hoo-hoo. Went for a little ride there, but saved it. But Shannon and Zimmer are in a battle for position, and this is going to be the last lap, I believe. This is actually the last lap. They might be getting checkered flags here coming around. So that's not going to... So this one here, is this for the last lap also? This might be the checkered flag. Nope, this is the back straight. This is also for position. So let's just watch these two here. So Jeremy made out like a bandit there. He just stayed ahead of the fray the whole race, and just he's going to finish in 8th place. But nice. This is for position. He might just catch Laszlo. Back to Shannon here. Don't know what he's going to catch. This is last lap action. You stick with this one. Quick peek here. No, that's not going to happen. This is the last lap action. And they both know it. Got quite a bit of the track left to work with. So good job by the podium there. There was Merche did a great job. He was in 3rd place for quite a while. Tried some overcutting in the pit stops, didn't work, but great pass there with probably about 5 or 6 laps left to go. So great podium, great job, and congratulations to everybody really. A couple of little incidents, but nothing too spectacular. But some great racing with cars that people are not always are not totally familiar with, so it's good. This might be interesting. Pretty juicy battle here for a last lap. Stay with it. Excuse me. Just stay with it here in the TV mode. A little bit of a gap. Are we coming up? I'm trying to recognize the part of the track here. I think we're coming up on the last corner before the checkered flag. There is the checkered flag. Very nice, close racing. All right. Oh, this is the last corner, isn't it? There's the checkered flag. Good job, you guys. Nobody did anything too crazy. It's just, there's Jeremy coming through. Let's see his checkered flag. Yeah, looks like that was the end of my replay. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Let's get another view here. And how do we do that? There we go. There's my wonderful face. Well, thanks for watching, guys. It's Midfield Madness once again, and I think this is the only stream of that race. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be seeing you throughout the season. Those of you who have not partaked in my Midfield Madness before, I usually put it on the, where did I put it today? Oh, I think it's on my own YouTube channel, but I'll post it there every week. And again, Midfield Madness usually is a race. I do the Group 2, excuse me. For sure I do the Group 2 races, the ones that I race in, because I'm in the midfield. That's how this all started. I wanted to give myself some camera time. And those guys around me, we're always usually in the same battles every week. So Midfield Madness usually covers the back half of Group 2 races, but I'll be doing them here and there as I can find the time. And I'm going to be hopefully racing in this series with the Spec cars all year. So I'll probably do Midfield Madness for this one too, if there isn't a stream. Although Krister, if nobody knows, looks like he's not going to be racing for a little while. He's got an injury. So he's going to be doing lots of streaming. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next week.